What's going on, family? Man, I hope y'all doing good today because we really are in some dark times right now. I would say if we was going according to the time on the clock, let's say it's about like 2 a.m. in the morning as far as how dark the world is getting. This story just, man, I'm gonna keep constantly I do a lot of things on this channel, and I don't do it for the likes, how many views I get. I do it mainly because I want people to see that not only Christ is out here, but the wicked one, he is roaming this place up and down, seeking to devour whoever he can devour. This story today, man, it's a really psychotic story. Let's get into it. It says, killer cut out a neighbor's heart, cooked it with potatoes to feed his family to release the demons. Now, you don't need nothing to release demons but Christ. That's it. The word. Pray. That's why the Lord says pray for your enemies, because that's the way you release them demons off of them so they don't come close to you. You pray for them. You don't go cut their heart out and then let alone feed it to your family. Let's read the story. It says a man went on a rampage and murdered 3 people, including his neighbor, whose heart he removed to eat, police say. On February 9, 2021, so this was 3 years ago, now that I guess they actually convicted him of it, Lawrence Paul Anderson, 45, used his shoulder to knock in the door at the Chiquisha home of Andrea Lynn Blankenship, 41, the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation state, in a search warrant request obtained by the Oklahoman. It says, there were 2 German Shepherd dogs in the house. Anderson advised he killed the female resident and cut her heart out. Anderson confessed that he took the woman's organ back to his nearby home, which he shared with his aunt and uncle, and cooked the heart with potatoes to feed his family to release the demons. As I said, y'all, you don't have to do anything to release the demons, but go to Christ. Christ is the only one. Demons are scared of him. You seen it in the word. If you ain't looked in the word says that when it was a demon possessing a man, and he said, would you come to pretty much destroy us before our time? And the Lord asked him what his name was, what the demon name was. He said, legions, because there is many of us. And the Lord told him to get out of the man. And he said, well, throw me into the pigs, and don't destroy me right now. The Lord put him in the swines, and all the swines jumped off the edge of the cliff into the water and killed themselves and drowned. Like, that right there should tell you that they know Christ don't play. So if they fear Christ, and he was telling you that in the word, he's telling you that all you need to do is come to me. For any demons, they need to be cleansed from anywhere. Come to me, and I will get rid of them for you. That's why the Lord said the vengeance is mine. That's why you got too many people thinking that they can take it into their own hands and do the Lord's work for him. The Lord don't need us to do anything for him, but bring his people to him. That's the only thing he wants you to do every single day. Show some love to bring your people here. Bring your people closer to me. Any part that's vengeance, the Lord said, is mine. Let's keep going. It says, Anderson confessed that he took the woman's organ back to his nearby home, which he shared with an aunt and uncle and cooked the heart with the potatoes to feed his family to release the demons. Anderson then took the lives. So not only did he go feed his auntie and uncle the lady's heart after he done cut it out, he went on and killed the uncle, who was 69 years old, and then he killed the 4-year-old granddaughter. Like, what? Like, we are really in some wicked times. It says the spree killer also stabbed his aunt. I think it's Delcy. I don't know how to say her name. I don't want to disrespect her name by saying her name wrong. But in both eyes, he stabbed her in both eyes, but she survived. I don't know, man. That sounds like a biblical Samuel situation, where, he was with Delilah and she wanted to know his strength. And then he told her her strength, and they cut his hair off. And he didn't have that strength no more. Supposedly that they thought he didn't have that strength no more. So they cut out his eyes, both of his eyes, and he couldn't see. But the Lord still gave him strength. Still gave him strength to tear down all the temples that they had up in there. So it doesn't matter what this world tries to do to you. And that's why the Lord says, don't fear what the world can do to you, what the world can do to the body. He said, fear the one who could cast the body and soul into hell. And that's him. When Chickasha police arrived on the scene, officers observed Anderson throwing up in the living room into some pillows. So let's go to the word, see what the word says. The words say here in Genesis 9, we're going to start at 3. It says, everything that lives and moves about will be food for you. That does not mean human. Just as I gave you the green plants, I now give you everything. That does not mean human. But you must not eat meat that has its life blood still in it. So when he did that, when he cut that lady's heart out, that lady still had her life's blood still in her. And it says, and for your life blood, I will surely demand an accounting. I will demand an accounting for every animal. So you got people even eating the steaks, talking about, I love my steaks bloody. I love my steaks bloody. Man, the Lord said right here, you don't supposed to eat nothing with blood in it. Nothing. That's what the Satanists do. They love to eat blood and baby's blood and sacrificing babies and stuff like that and baby animals, and they love drinking the blood, and that's why the Lord, I think he told us to stay away from that, because that's indulging in wickedness and evilness. He tells us to stay away from those things. He says, I will demand an account for every animal and for each human being too. I will demand an account for the life of another human being. So that means, the Lord is saying, like, you kill a human being, it's on your hand. Their blood is on your hands. That's back to what we're saying. The Lord says the vengeance is his. It's not ours to take that. I know some people be doing some wicked things in this land, and definitely at this time. It's not our job to take that into our own hands and play God. We got too many people out here playing God and thinking they God, walking around talking about, I'm God, and you saying, what's up, God, to your friends and stuff like, bruh, you ain't even create yourself. You don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen the next second. That's what's wrong with people these days, man. They think they God. You boost their head up and they get a little bit of light in this world, and then they start thinking that they the ultimate light. But you could never be the ultimate light. It says, whoever sheds human blood, by humans shall their blood be shed. So the Lord is saying, like, you kill a human being, you better know that that same sentence is on your head. And that's from the Lord. It later goes on to say, y'all, that Anderson recently pled guilty to 3 counts of murder in the first degree, 1 count of assault and battery with a deadly weapon, and 1 count of maiming. And that maiming is him actually cutting that heart out and actually putting it in some food to go feed to his family so they can eat it with him. He receives a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. Like, I don't know what's wrong with the justice system, and I guess I'm glad the justice system didn't try to take, didn't play God too, because a lot of these justice systems and prisons, they love to like do injections on people and all that. And don't get me wrong, some of these crimes that people do are horrific, where I guess the natural human being will be thinking like, yo, that person should be put to death. But, that's not our job. That's not our job at all, y'all. Vengeance is the Lord's and only the Lord's. So it's good that he gonna rot. He gonna rot. He ain't getting out nowhere. And with that wickedness mentality, I don't think he should be out until he have to go see the Lord. I know probably people will probably say something different, like, he should be definitely from that 4-year-old little girl that he done killed. A lot of people would say that he should be put to death. But guess what? His judgment from the Lord is going to be 1,000,000 times worse than what that little 4-year-old girl had to go through. And I'm not the Lord. Obviously, I'm not. But I'm saying that I know the Lord don't play when it comes to something like this. So this is just a story, man, to just help y'all, what y'all think, man? Would y'all think that this dude should be put to death? Y'all think that the justice system gave him a light sentence? Leave it in the comments, man, what y'all think should have happened. Do you think that justice was truly served? And, I guess my last question would be is, do you think that the justice system gave him is going to be worse than what he is going to get when he stands in front of the Lord? Actually, he won't be standing. He'll probably be on his face. And it says, records show that Anderson had a long criminal history and has served multiple stints in prison for various offenses. At the time of the triple homicide, he had been out of prison for around a month after spending about 3 years behind bars on a 20-year sentence related to using drugs, illegally carrying a handgun, and other crimes. So I think the justice system failed on that part as far as letting the dude get out. I guess they say, if you you served your time, man, you should be able to get out. But I look at it as some people, man, they just don't change, man. And you can't force them to change. You can't force nobody to change unless they truly want to change. And if they really truly wanted to change, they wouldn't do something like this after a month of being out, Satan was on him all day, So watch that, y'all. Watch those evil, wicked spirits, man, and pray for those people, man. Because I'm telling you, the power of prayer is powerful. It's powerful. And you gotta truly mean what you say in your heart, because the Lord knows the difference. And y'all stay blessed and stay safe out here.